Incoming transmission.
Wow, we have a hell of a show for you this week. So much news, too. There is so much to divulge. Be sure you stick around for the end because you're going to be mind blown. And not just because of the news, but because of this episode. What an episode, guys. This was incredible. This is a way to end on a high note. Super high. High, high, high. Is a song. I don't remember the rest of the lyrics. But, guys, I'm so happy to be with you. No. Okay. Well, I'm so happy to be with you guys. It's Jason and Jason Roy Gaston, VHS Jace, and me, Joe Dove. We're here in the Captain's Quadrant. Please like, share, and subscribe. All those wonderful things. Please rate us on Spotify or wherever you're rating if you listen to the audio podcast. You just hit my elbow. I am not going to scream. But let us hop into the synopsis.
No, we can't. I don't have one.
Hold on. Oh my God. I have to do everything. Correct. How do you spell Discovery? How do you spell Discovery?
I do apologize, folks. It's been busy week.
Episode 9. Okay, here we go. After Moll and the Breen capture a mysterious structure that contains the Progenitors' powers, Captain Burnham must lead a covert mission to retrieve it before the Breen figure out how to use it.
Well done.
That's pretty good, and I like the visual
sitting there with the hammer going, donk, donk, donk. Well, I can't figure it out. Donk, 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 donk. I've been hitting it for an hour, and then I yelled at it for 30 minutes, and it still doesn't work.
Yeah.
That's how the Breen work.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I got for this whole thing. Well, one guy went in, and we don't know where he went. Let's send another guy in. Anyway.
Yeah. The Breen are Karens. Yeah. The Breen are Karens. They yell until they get what they want.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
You will take this coupon or I will destroy you and all your progeny.
Let's hop in.
The coupon is expired. I don't care. I will lay waste to your world.
We have a whole race of Yosemite Sams.
Yes.
Yosemite Sam Karens.
Yeah. All right. Let's hop into First Contact.
Thanks.
All right. Who wants to go first?
I will.
Go for it. All right.
I was not super impressed with this episode, guys.
What?
It was, to me, it felt a lot of show, no go. Like, it seemed like, okay, I get it. I don't mind a little heist adventure, and a big part of it is a little heist adventure. But honestly, I felt this was moving into more movie action mode than Star Trek mode. I didn't feel it was more kind of the race and action and here we go. There are some lovely moments in it, and it's not a bad made episode. Frakes directed this and did an incredible job. I suppose I was looking more for the philosophical side this episode, and look, I didn't like the cliffhanger. I don't like cliffhangers at this point. I was a bit over it, you know. And it always says to me, it kind of not got me excited for the final episode because I feel like the next episode has to continue on with the tone they built here. So nice moments, but wasn't super impressed.
Jason? Gaston?
Okay. I'm going to say something very controversial and very shocking. I agree.
Oh, well, you guys suck.
I agree. I think the episode was just fine. There were a couple minor things that I was like, are we really going to talk about our relationship now?
Yeah.
But I do think that the cliffhanger, which is supposed to make me want to tune in next week, I just don't think it was handled very well. I think the entire last 3 minutes of the episode was just muddled and unfocused. I think they should have picked one thing and gone with it. Rayner sitting down in the captain's chair, great moment. Put it at the beginning of the next episode. Have Burnham go into the portal, and have it flow out into space and like explode and do the little flowery portal thing or whatever it did. End it right there. That's your cliffhanger. That's just fine. Yeah, they just went. It was the cinematic, or I should say, the television equivalent of the guy who talks to a woman and he says everything perfectly, but then he says one more sentence that he shouldn't have, like, yeah, I make all this money and you're very pretty, your eyes are like pools, and also I have IBS.
It's always something to do with bowels in this show. I don't think
when you do a poop joke, you set the bar low and you never disappoint anyone.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, it also proves we're very inclusive because everybody poops, Joe.
That's
Everyone
true.
Poops,
This
yes.
is true.
How did the Breen poop, I wonder?
Is it gaseous, maybe?
I don't know. I think it would also be a goo, but yeah, it would be a goo, but if they give birth, do they think they just pooped? It's like, honey, I thought I pooped this morning, but look, it's crying.
Yeah, there you go. That one's not moving. Flush it.
That's poop. I think this is going to be.
It was a sleep. Oh, well, too late.
I think this is going to have to be one of our new stupid Star Trek questions that we're going to do next week at Trek Long Island.
Yes,
Absolutely. How to Breen poop.
On stage. Yeah. How to Breen poop.
Yeah. Hey, can I also just say, to add to it, I know this is first contact, but I think too, I was just going to ask you guys this question. A lot of the episode felt meaningless because we already knew it was heavily implied before the heist that she needed to go inside. So it felt like there was a lot of fluff. We all knew where this was heading. So I felt there was 30 minutes of this episode was just get to her going inside the thing.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give you that.
It was more the journey than the destination, really, because as a heist episode, I thought it was pretty good.
I thought it was fantastic. To me, this seemed like, Indiana Jones level of hype, like excitement and puzzles and everything coming together.
Which one?
Huh?
Which one?
The first three, not the other ones. We don't talk about the Crystal Skull. I don't know. But I what happened?
I liked the Crystal Skull.
Oh, okay. There you go. Well, this has got to be one everywhere. I thought that
smacked him down.
So, I mean,
in 1 week, I will be able to just swat him.
You know what's funny is, like, in 1 week you could just put your hand over my head. I'll be like, "Hey man,
me and Joe would just be going, whatever you say, Jay.
Whatever you say, dude, you got it."
Those of you at home who are wondering what they're talking about, for the longest time they thought I was short.
I thought he was tiny.
I'm 6'2". These guys are like, what, 5 foot nothing? So I'm using their.
I literally thought you were Gimli.
I did too. I was like,
"Oh, this guy's awesome." That idea a lot.
Like, no joke. I literally thought you were like maybe 5'4" or 5'5", and then you did like a thing where you stood by a door, and I was like, "Oh, no!" And then I said, "Hey, you should come to Trek Long Island." And I went, "I better be nice to him. He's really tall. He's taller than Teddy's handler. It's crazy."
It's always
anyway. What I thought about this episode,
yeah,
I thought it was fantastic. I really like how they wrapped up everything of the pseudoscience that they used in order to get out of the wormhole with Tilly, then to break the Breen technology with Adira, then to what are we gonna do on the other side with the Breen? Let's put a hose on him. Yeah, put a hose on him and then send him through. Maybe we can communicate. And then this thing went and took the hose out. I thought that was kind of funny. I love that the security head of security got his moment to shine. He got to do some serious butt kicking, which I thought was great. I thought the Breen were going to be a little tougher, though. Like, they're like henchmen. I thought they were going to be something like, all right, we're as strong as Vulcans. You're not getting away with this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they
were.
were
Right.
Yeah.
They feel like they look like henchmen out of well, they don't look, but they act like henchmen out of Goldmember or something.
Right.
Karate chop, and they
judo.
One of them. You know what's going to happen? Just fall over.
Yeah. Just Austin Powers called that. Just lay down. Oh man, Ian Kane.
Book hitting on the Breen really did feel like it was out of Austin Powers.
It really did. It was some moments that were just kind of.
Now I'm curious. What did the oil baths look like? Do they keep their suits on? Do they take them off? Are they
Interesting.
solid? Are they gelatinous? Is the oil them? I want to know. I demand to know more. This is why we need another season.
That's really kind of gross, and I'm interested in that.
Yeah, I kind of want to know
see
it.
It's disgusting, and I want to know more.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'll just Google it. I'll just search it on Tumblr in a few months. I'm sure there will be something on there.
Yeah, somebody will write up something.
Yes.
The only thing that puzzled me was the thing like explode. I thought it was gonna blow up, and then like nobody was gonna get it. I was like, oh, what are they gonna do now? But it turned into like a flower of a portal, I guess.
Yeah, I think it just turned into a portal.
And then it went right back to where it was. It went right in between the two masses of the black hole. So I thought that was.
How's the? I do love the twin binary, like
that was
binary black hole, and I love Tilly's explanation right at the end of it, where she goes, because they put them there, and she has this real kind of philosophical moment, like holy crap. But did anyone notice, reckon that thing initially looked like a barrel?
Yeah, I did too. I was
like the only one who was happy about that was this guy. He was thrilled. He was like, that's great.
That's great. I love that.
See, this is why this episode had to happen on Discovery, because if this had been the Enterprise D, Worf saw the barrel, he just instinctively, Captain, we must leave now. Why? We must leave now.
War first barrel wins.
See, that's what I think happened to the Enterprise E. A barrel.
A barrel.
Yeah. A barrel.
Captain, a barrel's coming. Oh no, ramming speed. What? No, it'll be bad for the ship. Ramming speed now.
Do you think that's why they did the whole E as kind of a reference to the whole? Because that's what he just says, ramming speed.
Yeah.
Like the ship that he loves and adores, and then goes and asks about immediately afterwards, 30 seconds before he was going to ram it, right? Straight into that Borg ship.
Yeah.
Well, in his defense, he thought he was about to get blowed up. So it was like, if I have to go, my ship comes with me. Oh, wait, I'm alive. How's my ship?
That's what it was.
Yeah.
All my things are in there. My bat lift, my trophies, that boy, what's his name?
Alexander?
Something I don't know.
I think your son? Father? No, not now, Alexander. But I brought you this barrel.
You bring me dishonor.
Another thing that I really enjoyed about this episode, of course, is the Stamets and Culber relationship. I really felt that they were so proud of their child getting the child's moment, and it was like
boring couple,
boring. But I thought that was cute. It was nice.
They're literally a couple for Modern Family at this point.
Yeah.
I love them though. I do love them. I just don't think they're interesting characters.
They do have the most believable relationship on the show. Though.
They do.
Can we at least
That's at the heart of it. My joking around is they're a normal, well-adjusted couple.
Yeah. And now I'm going to ask you.
Finally, see one on this show.
Yeah, right.
Nice to see a well-adjusted couple somewhere in Star Trek.
Yeah. I was going to ask VHS Jace, but I think I already know my answer. Did you feel like this was the Star Wars moment of "I love you, I know"? Like, did you think that they were going to lead up to that?
No. Stamets did have his moment. I did like his moment where he has to realize he's got to let Adir grow. Yeah, and it was a nice moment because it was also acknowledgement that he'd been probably holding her back and enabling her nervousness. So it was a moment for growth for him as well.
Yeah. I thought this was a fantastic episode. There was a lot of fun. There was a lot of things that were moved right along and kept the show going. I felt like I enjoyed every one of the 45 minutes that this episode brought. So, so we're 2-1. So I guess I'm outvoted.
Hey, look, there are some really nice moments in this. Like Adir is really nice to see her have the confidence to want to volunteer and then to kind of get into that. So I was very happy the way Adir's growth is going. Gee, I even like, oh, we found him, by the way. Did you see? Obviously, my thing from last week worked because we found him.
Yes.
He returned.
He returned.
In the
We
of the
forgot all
episode.
about that. That was the best
Yeah,
part. He was like, Saru. And he was magnificent.
Well, I did like the quick explanation whenever he walked up and he said, "You'll have to forgive me. I was on a mission." And Tarina walked up and said, "It's me. I'm Mission."
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
great.
it was
I really
great.
like her.
Yeah.
I want to watch the sitcom with Saru and her. Just
They're gonna have
family
some
comedy,
very,
like Everyone Loves Raymond or something.
Well,
they're gonna
the
have
other
some
thing,
very interesting looking children. I will say.
yeah,
that.
that's gonna be something.
Vulcans who do the really weird Saru
Weird
sex
walk.
walk down the.
Be cool.
I can't help it. It's something to do with my biology.
Do we think that Saru is going to sacrifice himself because this cliffhanger type of setup
If
did
he
put
does,
him
I'm
in
going to be so mad.
Oh, I think that's a ballsy move, mate.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite character on this show besides Dignitar.
Okay. No, I'm not going to have another Trip Tucker.
Oh,
do not Trip Tucker my Saru.
Hey, we have Jonathan Frakes.
Do not Trip Tucker my Saru, Jonathan Frakes.
I don't know.
It really was the trip. The whole trip thing was always left a bad taste in my mouth too.
But they could trip Saru. Look at that. Wouldn't that be something?
No.
Anyone's going to die. Anyone's going to sacrifice themselves. It's Michael Burnham.
Well, Michael already did that. She just went into the Progenitors tech. It's like,
hold up. No, it's not going to be Michael Burnham.
Maybe. Really?
No, I think
it will be. I don't think anybody's going to die, but if anybody does, it'll be our boy Book because he will sacrifice himself to save Michael.
True. And what more do we have to do with this character anyway? You've already done what you've done with the character. There's no more growth for him. You've already stripped him of all his masculinity, so you might as well kill him.
He could be growing the root back on Earth to regenerate his tree.
That's right. They can't kill Book then. He's got to grow that tree.
He's got to grow. He's got to plant them roots.
Let it grow, let it grow, let it grow.
And I think he's going to do that.
He's probably right because he's already rooted as a character anyway. You might as well put some roots in somewhere.
There you go. But I think the reason why he's not, he did get a new role. He's going to be in a Mexican series. They're filming now.
Telenovela?
What's that?
Telenovela? Please be like a soap. Was it telenovela?
No. I don't know exactly what it is.
David Ajala speaks Spanish because if he can, that's amazing. I love that.
Sí, habla español. ¿Y tú?
Can I just say though? I think I mentioned this to Jason.
Pero muy mal. Muy mal.
Sí,
claro. Oh my!
Everybody, all Spanish speakers are at home going, "Oh my God, what? Dios mío, hoy."
Dios mío, este español es muy mal.
For all this Beta Boy Booker stuff that I've been doing, I watched season 3, episode 1 only 2 nights ago.
Mm-hmm.
And man, when he was introduced in the show, he was such a damn fine character. So interesting, so well handled. He's a fantastic actor, that guy.
He is. I think he was in The Flash and Doctor Who as well.
Yeah, he's really good. He's really good.
And,
when
was he on Doctor Who?
He's been in a lot of stuff. He's
been on Doctor Who.
I'll have to Google that and see. I'm very interested.
And The Flash, what season was that? 75.
I stopped watching The Flash after like season 2.
Me too.
Really?
No.
It peaked at the final episode of season 1, that show.
Really? I really enjoyed The Flash. I mean, the last season was rough, but so David Ajala was in Jupiter Ascending, The Dark Knight.
Yeah. Oh, Dark Knight. Cool.
Yeah. Oh, he was in Supergirl. He was Manchester Black, but I think they had a crossover with the Flash. So I'm gonna give him the Flash.
Either way, it does make sense that he would be killed off because he isn't a character that is. Well, he's not essential, really. When it comes down to it, if you're going to be harsh, he's not essential.
He's not, but he's also one of the last of his kind, and I think to kill him off would be cruel. in a way. Especially, I think that he's going to end up connecting with Moll, and they're going to. I just think they're going to go off and try to find a new Quadrant. In my opinion, they're going to plant that tree. They're going to get on there and say, I send a call out to all Quadrans. This is Optimus Book.
Oh, that's a good one.
They're not going to get in a relationship or anything because he thinks of her as his sister. So if they started that, it's really
that would be like
he's going to end up with
like Alabama Quadrant.
He's going to end up with her.
Michael, yeah, that's what I was getting.
Oh no, we were talking about Moll.
No, I don't think he's going to end up with Moll. I think Maul's going to go. Moll seems to be spiraling in her crazy from this episode. Like she getting worse and worse with her madness. I think she jumped into that thing like, all right, fuck it, I'll just go. So I think for sure she's going to lose it because I think it's going to be a switch and you're not going to be able to bring Locke back. And she's going to lose her shit and destroy the universe. Or try to, and then Michael's going to stop.
I think Locke's going to come back as some kind of weird evil zombie.
Zombie Locke. That'd be gelatinous zombie. That'd be a new one. That'd be interesting.
Gelatinous zombie.
Gelatinous.
He'll come out of the grave and be all like, "Ah!"
You can't unsee it. As soon as I did that, that's all I've thought about.
Same.
The whole time. It's all just flubber.
They're all flubber. A species of flubber.
They just
in suits.
Bounce around. That would just seal it. Just doing, 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 doing. Imagine how terrifying that would be if you go to raid a Breen ship and they're literally bouncing off the walls and down the corridor. Like, we got to get out of here.
This is the weirdest orgy I've ever been to. I'm out.
They're trying to put me in an oil bath. What's going on?
Yeah.
Hey, maybe the Breen and the Odo and that. Maybe they're cousins in a way.
They could be because
liquid.
Yeah. Maybe they're like the others because like if the progenitors created all the bipods like the us and everything else, maybe there's a species that created the Breen, the founders, and all that other stuff. So there's like an anti-progenitor.
Yeah, it's all the leftover stuff. They made the humanoids. We got these buckets of goo. What are we doing with it?
Yeah. I think that'd be dope.
It's a Breen. Okay.
He's the founders, Delta Clan. All right. Well, let's hop into
Fire at Will.
Yes.
Which we've been kind of doing anyway. But why not?
Fire at Will.
Hey, got a question. Was this initially supposed to be longer than 10 episodes?
Yes. I remember them saying it was supposed to be like 13 or something like that. And then all of a sudden it went to 10 because when they announced the episode list, and I think one of our friends posted, I think Joe posted it up, Admiral's Funniest Frontier, and it was only 10. I was like, wait a minute, I thought it was supposed to be like 13 because when the show started, they had 15 episodes.
Oh, wow.
And then they cut it down to, then they cut it down, and then they cut it down, and the last, I think season 3, 4, and 5 have only been 10.
It just feels like they've had to take some shortcuts.
Yeah.
I think this must have been the most difficult season for them to write.
Yeah. And I find it frustrating because this is so good. If they had a couple of more episodes and they like kind of fleshed out what's going on with the Breen, got more into like the Breen space and things like that, I thought it would have been fantastic because there's still a mystery. We know there's ships now in the future with each of them is a freaking juggernaut, but it would have been cool to see the Breen homeworld.
Yeah, might have been. I just think we spent a lot of time chasing the clues, and we spent all that time chasing the clues, and even with all the clues, we still don't know going into the last episode what the real mystery is.
Yeah,
I don't know if that was the smartest way for them to go.
Yeah, we should have wrapped it up.
Spend another half an hour dealing with this thing when they go into the Matrix, the white area, whatever they're doing. And then you got to tie up the series in a meaningful way.
Right. But this is probably the area of reshoots as well. Because it originally wasn't supposed to be an ending. It was just supposed to be a season finale. So
Jace, you want to just explain to the audience again what you said to me the other night about how you think it's going to end? Because I think your version is probably the most credible version now.
I think that the series is going to end with Michael Burnham in command of Discovery, with Rayner as first officer, and then flying off into the sunset on a new mission. I think that there will probably be an inspirational speech at the end, which is where I think that the reshoots came in, and that's going to be it. I just think it's going to end with them going off, and I think that would be the most appropriate way to do it. Do it just like TNG signed off. Just the Enterprise continues on its ongoing mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life forms and new civilizations, to boldly take oil baths.
Well, then, based on that theory, you could do a streaming version of what they did with TNG. Then we could add standalone movies.
Why not? Let's do it.
I mean, if that's how they end it, then that would make sense. So you could just pop in a random.
If they are going to do the long treks, that's how to do it. Do a Discovery long trek. Do a Legacy long trek if they're able to.
We'll talk about that in a minute. Well, the news is coming up, guys. Just hang on. And I want to say hello to everybody in the chat. You will see that we're not going to go into our hello in the chat because there's reasons, but
we've got a busy week, guys.
It's me. I'm Reasons. It's me.
We've all got a busy week coming up. Next week we're all going to be together live, obviously, which we'll talk about later. But we will be in the chat, still chatting away. I know I will be.
Yeah, I'll be in the chat. I'll be home.
I'm going to be at a graduation, which is literally the worst thing to go to.
No, because you get hot dogs. Even though I can't eat hot dogs anymore. But
what are you talking? What kind of graduations do they have in Jersey?
You want to know? You don't get hot dogs vendors?
No, we don't get. No, we don't. We have to sit still in the burning sun while somebody basically reads names out of a phone book, and we have to go. Yay! You finished the easiest part of your life. Congratulations! Yay! High school. How did you do it?
Wait.
Yeah, that's
graduations in Texas, which is like the hottest place in the United States, are outside, and there's no vendors selling hot dogs.
I actually think that this one I'm going to will be inside, but it's just going to smell like BO the whole time. It's hot outside.
Wow, what a way to beef up.
We go inside and everybody just expires at once.
Interesting. I think that we are at the end, my friend. I don't think cliffhangering it was that great. I thought they were going to wrap up this whole progenitor thing and move on, but I thought the big bad other Breen was going to show up and we were going to get that standoff with Saru, but looks like they're going to hold that off for next week. So I really hope they don't make Saru sacrificial Saru.
I just think it's really
Saru, you get sacrificial Saru. What'd you say, Jason?
I reckon it's just really ballsy these days in Trek to do cliffhangers. Unless it says, Mr. Worf, fire, you're never going to be able to top the cliffhanger that they've done. They've done the best of all time. Don't do them. Been there, done that.
Yeah. Oh, is it Kitty? Is that the Captain Poops?
This is Demona. This is Princess Poo Poo.
Princess Poo Poo. And if you're wondering why we're saying that, what you see,
are you going to make a little Breen in my lap again? Oh.
If you come to Trek Long Island, we do have a wonderful bag of goodies to give out.
Yeah, we do.
A select
is it like the bag that this twin gave me?
Yeah.
No. Every 20th bag has a little dead or alive Breen. You decide.
You'll find out. No, for real. We do have a little gear package that we're giving out to everybody that hangs.
We got some little cool things.
Yeah. And if you look closely, there's a wonderful picture of the three of us, and in the middle is Jason Roy Gaston getting defecated on. He's doing
I'm being pooed on by my poo-poo princess.
So that's going to be fun.
Yes, Father, put me in the picture. Yes, that's what I wanted.
I left you a Breen, Father. I left you a Breen.
Enjoy that. I call it These Are the Voyages.
Oh.
That's good.
That's a great one. All right. Well, let's talk about this amazing news that's been going on.
Let me catch up.
All right. Well, It is official, friends. This is way too far for me to read, so let me make.
Oh, I can read it out for you if you like.
Yeah, if you don't mind. I'm sorry, and all my glasses.
So, Star Trek Picard showrunner Terry Matalas jumps to Marvel as showrunner for new Vision series. Yes, like if you were wondering, guys, how the development of Legacy was going under him, well, it's not clearly, isn't it? He has done an amazing career move for himself by moving over to Marvel. And I think Marvel are genius for taking him on. Because you got to remember, guys, not only did you do the best season of New Trek that's been done so far, he also was the showrunner on 12 Monkeys,
which was excellent.
It has some of the best time travel storylines ever done. So, no, it's great for him, but it sucks for us Star Trek fans.
Yeah.
Like, were you not annoyed when you read this, guys?
Oh yeah, but you know what I was thinking?
Super annoyed.
You know what I was thinking, and of course I'm going to speculate, but Paramount is very clearly for sale. Sony put in a bid. I think they're winning, but Skydance put in a bid. It seems like they're losing, but Disney could also put in a bid, and then we can get that Doctor Who, Star Trek crossover.
Can Disney legally buy Paramount as well? Isn't that
getting
good?
I mean, they may.
This is America. This is the land of unfettered capitalism. They can
this
do
is Ferenginar. US is Ferenginar for sure.
Okay, as a Star Wars fan, do I want Star Trek to go over to Disney?
Don't you want phasers versus lightsaber? Captain Kirk just scooching and missing the lightsabers like thrusts?
No, I'd rather eat a few dead Breen, to be honest with you.
Oh man, I don't think those two crossover. I think for sure if Disney does buy Paramount, we will get a crossover of Doctor Who because they did.
I could see that.
They did mention it in the latest episode of Doctor Who, so I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, I could see that, and I could see that being a natural
that
fit.
Was an interesting revelation.
yeah, we were talking about.
I think I could see that fitting quite well. See that fitting quite well. Not Star Wars and Star Trek. You can't do that.
No, that one. Those
guys can never do that. That belongs in fan fiction only. But Terry Matalas, what a loss! And
huge
what
loss.
happened there? How in the hell do you let that man go?
I think
because
it's ego in play. I'm sorry. What did you say again?
It's ego in play here. It's Kurtzman's controlling interest. He was showing up with that season. He was showing up.
You think that's what it was?
Yes, I do. I think it's as petty as that. And if you think, they wouldn't do that,
I think it's that.
Wrong.
Oh, they totally would. I think it's that, and I also think Paramount suits are punishing Jerry Ryan and Michelle Hurd for their participation in the strike.
Yeah,
I think that's why Legacy hasn't happened.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. Which is absolutely things they would do as well. They would do that, And so what, you're going to get rid of, you've not only got rid of the best showrunner, but two of the best stars?
Yeah. I think they're going to be in the Vision show for sure.
Yep.
I think Jerry Ryan and Michelle Hurd will for sure.
Oh, that would be fun.
And of course, Todd Stashwick, our good buddy Stephanie Shavatsky.
Todd Stashwick would absolutely, because he's been in other stuff with Terry. That's how he got into Picard.
Star Trek. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're going to get a slew of amazing stories with Vision, and I think it's 8 episodes, but we're going to see a lot of our old friends just popping up. Oh, I know her. Hey, how you doing? So we're going to have a lot of wild stuff coming away with this Vision series. So,
but that's not the only news, guys. There's lots of news.
The optimistic part of me wants to say that if Terry Matalas delivers a fantastic season of The Vision, then Paramount, his name becomes more and more affluent. Paramount is just like, okay, yeah, let's go ahead and do this. So I don't know, maybe that might work.
Maybe, but then that's dumb because it costs themselves money.
Yeah,
he'll be able to charge them 10 times.
I mean, how long did they wait to get Michelle?
I never accused Paramount of being smart.
Yeah, I'm sure they're paying top dollar for Michelle Yeoh. That's why she's getting a standalone movie.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
I think that was contracted before she won her Oscar, but you don't think they were quickly rushing that into production?
Oh.
Wow. All right, we got other news though.
Yeah,
they did announce the lead for Star Trek Starfleet Academy.
Yep.
Holly Hunter, the great, wonderful, super talented performer of Holly Hunter. This is good news, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
If
they
you
had to.
get this level of talent, it's
Yes.
never a bad thing.
Yeah, I mean, they're setting up. I think it's going to be a fantastic series, as long as it's. I mean, we've got Tawny Newsome in the writing room, which I think is going to be fantastic. Holly Hunter. We've got so much going on in that Starfleet Academy that I think they're setting up for a really memorable show. And I'm wondering if they're going to jump into variations of time in Starfleet Academy. Like, oh, Professor Miles O'Brien did this. And then they like have a throwback to whatever it was. I mean, it'd be great if they could cast Colin Meaney again. But, even if they
I
cast
just don't think they're going to go that way, Joe. I think that's a Section 31 type of show because what you're talking about is a kind of a mix of episodic and kind of like retro, isn't it? You kind of go and anthology is what I meant to say.
Anthology,
it's kind of episodic mixed with an anthology. No, I don't think, What's interesting about this character, I did want to say though, is they've saying in this title he's Chancellor, but what I read was Captain / Chancellor, which I thought was an interesting thing to put down. It says that she's mobile, so
yeah, that's going to be interesting. So she's going to be one of the starships as well as like a higher position somehow. So
yeah. I think this. I get the feeling that this version of Star Trek Academy is very hands-on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you learn as you go.
With Holly Hunter in the main role, all I'm going to be able to see is this.
Oh boy!
So that's all I will hear is Elastigirl.
I mean,
I'm happy for her though. She's a great actress. I'm really happy.
She's fantastic. Yeah, I think we're in for a good series whenever they get it. And a tidbit that I just saw because somebody had mentioned it to me. Is they are close to finish wrapping up on season 3 of Strange New Worlds.
Yay!
Yeah, Anson Mount just posted that today.
That's good news.
Yeah.
Well, they get a couple of months off and they're back into it because it's already been
greenlit for season 4. Yeah. So they get a couple months to go back, and then it'll probably come out in the Discovery slot / Picard slot.
Probably. Hey, you know what you should be getting excited for, guys, though? Star Trek Prodigy Season 2, because surely that's just around the corner, right?
Yeah.
No.
Well, it is if you're in France.
Oui, Prodigy.
It's worth the wait, they're saying. Jace, what do you think about this?
Just release the show. It's done. We know it's done. Release the show. Quit sitting on it. What is the problem? What is the holdup? I love Prodigy, and this show has been treated like garbage.
It's so good. I have a feeling that they're doing this tactically because they know that it's the last season of Lower Decks. Our good friend Aaron Geek Filter, Aaron Harvey, he is running a huge telethon type of thing tomorrow. To try to save Star Trek Prodigy. Yeah, he's doing a big thing because
let's hope he raises $50 million.
Yeah, there you go. Then it becomes the Geek Filter Star Trek Lower Decks. Yeah. So, there's going to be hype around Lower Decks for sure. I think it's going to be the biggest season they're going to go out with as well. And of course, Mike McMahon's already jumped ship. He's doing the showrunner for Lower Decks. He's doing the new Altered Beast series.
Yeah.
So that's going to be.
That's what's the most heartbreaking thing out of all of this is seeing quality talent just leave.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we're not used to that in Trek. Generally, when we have showrunners and talented producers, they become part of the Star Trek family long term. But New Trek doesn't seem to do that. Looks like people are coming and going.
Yeah. Yeah, it's sad. Definitely sad. So, but like I said, I think Netflix is strategically waiting because they want a solidified date from Lower Decks release and probably Strange New World season 3, so they don't tether on each other.
No. Last bit of news I think is probably worth discussing is the films. The films have been very controversial, the news we've been getting out of the films, right?
Yeah.
Like we don't know. We're having a film set in the past and apparently it's around First Contact and how the early days of the Federation's done. Not that we've ever seen that before, because we
Enterprise?
Which apparently is a dirty word now.
Mm.
However, they're splitting up the TV duties with the film duties, and they're looking for someone to oversee all the films. And they're tapping into X-Men producer Simon Kinberg to oversee the Star Trek feature films. Now, you guys, if you don't know who Simon Kinberg is, he's been the producer of all the X-Men films.
Wah, wah. I don't have a wah, wah, wah.
Well, I don't know. He did write X-Men 2, which is a great film.
I like the First Class films. Those were really cool.
Yeah, he was producer on that, and Days of Future Past.
That one was good too. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Like there's more good X-Men films than there are bad X-Men films.
True. Very true.
However, the one that kind of they're saying killed the franchise, though I don't believe that because it already been sold to Disney, was that he directed Dark Phoenix. So X-Men Dark Phoenix, which I like. I'll stand by. I thought it was
what?
Wait, which one was? No, I thought Apocalypse killed. Wait, was Apocalypse before or after Dark Phoenix?
It was before.
Yeah, Apocalypse was directly after Days of.
Apocalypse wasn't that bad, but Dark Phoenix was that bad.
Nah, that's
Jennifer Lawrence at her most bored.
Mm.
No, you're not going to put all that makeup on my whole body. I'm wearing clothes this time. Just deal with it. Also, I want my makeup to look as cheap as possible.
Yeah,
I want to put it on in 15 minutes so I can leave. Okay.
Mm.
It is stunning why they just didn't CGI him at that point.
Yeah.
Like I was always shocked that they.
Yeah, they just didn't AI it up like everything else.
It's amazing what an Oscar will do to your love for the franchise you signed up for it, isn't it?
Yep.
That's what happened. She was all keen to be in First Class, but
right after that, screw this, I'm done.
She was really good in Days of Future Past as well.
She was. Those first two X-Men movies were incredible.
So yes, Kinberg is maybe the boss to oversee the film. So I, unlike probably a lot of people, think this is a good move by Star Trek because at the end of the day, he has made blockbuster franchises, movies that have been profitable. And when it comes to be able to handle what is, because you're not bringing this guy in to handle one film, are you? You're bringing this guy in to basically to re-kickstart the film franchise in whatever way that's going to be. I don't see this as a bad thing.
No,
I don't.
No, I think we're in for some good Trek in the future, Trek movies. So
I just cannot get my head around why you would do a prequel.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Paramount is still for sale. So things are always TBD and with corporation and mergers and takeovers.
Yeah, that's true. That's
true.
You'd have to have someone come in and do a Zaslav. Warner Brothers, David Zaslav, and just
no, I don't think it's going to be that severe, but I think there could be a lot of alterations and new leadership and under new leadership. So, it could be subject to change. He may still get the gig because of contractual things that they signed, and they probably I don't pay out this contract. It's billions of dollars. So, they probably let him still run that, but like everybody else around may go, and then they may change what they will consider Star Trek for. So,
well, I also think it's really interesting too that you have different show, like you have your TV show runner and your film show runner, which makes sense. But those two people have to be in sync, right? They have to be in sync.
Yeah.
Unless they're going to go, no, the films are a completely different timeline, and we're never going to connect to the television, which I think is a huge mistake.
Yeah. Huge mistake. Huge. All right.
So I think it's more positive for the films moving forward, I think, at this point that it is.
And the show. It's just that we won't get Legacy. That's the downside.
I still think there's a possibility they're going to turn those into feature films, though.
Legacy, the movie?
Yeah, I see it happening.
Hey, that'd be ballsy, but I'd love it. I'd love it. What would you sell it on, though? How would you market it to the masses who are not knowing Picard season 3?
7 of 9. 7 of 9.
There you go. There you go. 7 of 9.
You better hope Disney doesn't contract her.
Well,
7 of 9. 7 of 9. 7
of 9, buddy.
7 of 9.
No, I mean that like.
For Vision Quest.
Yeah. So
that's the unofficial title. I don't think they're going to call it Vision Quest, although I think it's great.
Vision Quest would be amazing.
Good title. I like it.
Yeah. Vision Quest, starring Paul Bettany. I like Paul. He's a cool dude. Not like I've met him, but he's a cool dude.
So a lot of big news this week, I thought, for Trek.
So much. It was so good to have that news to drop and talk with you guys about.
Even though half the stories are not great, but
there's still good news in there. Let us know what you thought about all that news. Comment below, share it with your friends, and tell us what you think. What are you excited for most? What are you guys more excited for? The show or the next show or the next movie?
Wow, what a great question, Joe. That's a great question.
I mean, that's why I try. Every now and then.
Need a second to think about this.
A show we didn't ask for, or a movie we didn't ask for.
I think Section 31 is the only thing I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah,
I know kind of what's
I'm excited about Section 31 for sure.
Yeah. Well, I think so too, because Michelle Yeoh is, obviously she won her Oscar, but damn, she was so good in the previous seasons. Like, if anything, it's been very glaring her non-presence in the show.
Right,
she's not been in the show.
Yeah,
she's wonderful. So I think that's going to be a real kind of standout. I'm surprised though it never went theatrical, because I just think that was a really great way to get Star Trek back on the screen. With Section 31, seems a waste they put it on streaming.
And I think it's only an hour. It's not even like 2 hours. I mean, I don't know. I think I don't know what I read anything. But
do we have any release dates for that? Is that 2025 thing?
No, we have no release date for that yet.
They've wrapped production. So I don't know.
Yeah, the production's done there in post. So they could probably drop it in January and have like a January event to lead you into Strange New Worlds. So.
This is a one-off, isn't it? It's not like they contracted her to do 3 films. Or
correct. No, it's just. But I'm sure if it does well enough, and they're like, "Wow, this made money. What are you doing, Michelle?" I'm sure they'll plug her to do another one.
Because she's a cinematic draw. That's why it's odd to me, because you literally market this as starring Oscar winner Michelle Yeoh in a brand new Star Trek film. You know what I mean? And got a cool concept of what Section 31 is. I would think that was a no-brainer to market and make easily $200 million at the. But I mean, this thing would have been shot for under $100 million. There's no doubt. Potential profitability is there, right?
Yeah.
But I think what we also miss out now is the deals they do internationally with other streaming services is actually starting to be more of a profitable assurance than releasing things in cinema. Because you're selling it to some streaming service in Germany, and there's money straight away back in the coffers.
Good point. Very good point.
Yeah, it's a crazy world, kids.
Crazy world. Well, guys, that's gonna wrap it up. But before we go, it's next week. We're all going to be together.
It is next week, and
I hope somewhere.
Yeah, we are in
Long Island Comic-Con is ready.
Yes, Trek Long Island 2. If you're not the sequel,
The Empire Strikes Back of Trek Long Island.
Yes, absolutely. We are going to be there live. We're going to be hanging out with Ethan Phillips. We're going to meet Armin Shimmerman, Melissa Navius, so many wonderful people. We're going to be on stage. Main stage, June 1st, 2 p.m. with Ethan Phillips, Neelix himself, chatting about his career, his amazing time in Star Trek, playing our wonderful Neelix. We love Neelix here.
Is there any chance you think that Neelix will make us some of his food, some of his soup?
Yeah, we should ask him.
Hey, so what's your favorite taste?
I should bring my cookbook and have him sign it.
You should. That's a good idea.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
we should do that. And don't forget your Captain's Quadrant hat and your Captain's Quadrant shirt. Yeah. Just a reminder, because that would suck if you.
I got them somewhere. I don't know where they're at. But I got them somewhere.
The cats are like
bottom of my laundry basket, or my dog sleeping on it. I don't know. It's somewhere.
Oh man! Well, make sure you get a lint brush, because I'm allergic to everything.
So that's the only thing we're doing, right? We're not doing.
No, we are not done. We have another thing. We've got 2 other things actually. We just found out. We're going to be diving into the first ever live Agony booth. We're going to be, we're going to be talking about Star Trek Conspiracy Season 1, episode, Captain Jean-Luc Picard deals with the infamous space bugs, or affinitively known from Jason. Yes, the wet bugs.
Bugs.
Yes, this is Jason Roy Gaston loves to
So
call them.
happy we're finally going to be diving into the butt bugs and the way that they dive into other people.
And that's not all. We're going to be on stage with the good captain herself, Captain Scott, Ursula Bryant. We're going to be talking about this great, amazing episode. And with her.
Can we trust her, though? We have to ask her key questions that only she would know.
Yeah, we're going to make sure it's her.
We don't know if she's still,
still got that bug.
Maybe another queen came past. Yeah,
you
absolutely.
Never know.
Hey, we could ask a question. Why didn't the butt bugs go for the Breen? What an easy journey that is.
Yeah, they're gelatinous.
Straight in there.
They kept drowning in the oil baths.
Yeah, that's probably what it was. Yeah. So it's going to be so much fun. Be sure to get your tickets if you haven't already. You can check out the Trek Long Island episode that we did, a special Agony booth leading up to next week. That is amazing. We have the showrunners of Trek Long Island, Stephanie Gangone and Matthew Kaplowitz. They are so wonderful. We had such a great time chatting. And we are not going to be here next week because we will be in Trek Long Island.
Yeah, so, I will be this time next week. I will be on a plane flying in to New Jersey, which I hear is beautiful this time of year. So I can't wait.
Yep. Yeah, you're in for a treat. We've got thunderstorms and rain.
Wait a second.
We're out of
We've still got one more thing we're doing at the show, though, right?
Well, that's right. We do have one more thing. We are doing a live stupid Star Trek questions.
I don't have a graphic for it.
Why don't you just roll the stupid Star Trek questions thing?
Because it's not in this one. It's in the other show.
Oh, well, that's a great reason why you shouldn't.
I should have loaded it up. No, we're doing stupid Star Trek questions. Anyone who's a fan of this show knows our stupid Star Trek questions. So we're hoping people live there will have stupid Star Trek questions like, who put you guys on stage? Who thought that was a good idea?
Who do we shoot for putting? Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No,
so
we'll have lots of questions that we're going to take some of our best questions that we've had over the time, and we're going to answer a couple of them with the crowd, and maybe they can make some input. Or if people in the crowd have a stupid Star Trek question, they'll be able to fire one at us.
Yep. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Better than Rotten Tomatoes and cabbage, please.
Yes. Hopefully we don't get any of those. So please join us in person next weekend. I can't believe how fast this year went. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
Guys,
I'm excited. I can't wait,
Yeah. I'll see you both next week in person.
Yeah, kind of next week in person, right?
Yeah.
That'll be exciting.
Yeah.
Are we getting out of here? Are we done?
Yeah, we're done, man. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate everybody. We'll see you next time.
I'm sad. We'll see you next week.
See you.